This is an imagination exercise to prepare us for prayer. In this exercise, we will be using all five senses. As we begin, make sure that you're in a comfortable place, away from all worldly distractions. And then this is very important. Slow down. Slow down your thoughts. Slow down your actions. Slow down your body. Let God have a chance to speak to your life. Be still and know that God is God. One way of slowing our bodies and our mind down is by focusing upon our breathing. Slow, measured breathing helps to calm our hearts and get us ready for prayer. So, very slowly and deliberately, breathe in and count 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for a moment and breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Slow, measured breaths are stilling our heartbeat and stilling our thoughts, and they are composing and quieting our souls. Now that we're ready, let's imagine a setting. This mountain is Mount Sinai in the desert of Sinai. I want you to imagine that you are standing there beside Moses 3,000 years ago when he first heard the voice of God. You are not alone on that hillside, though. All around you is a flock of sheep. These are your sheep. They are your responsibility. You've raised most of them since they were lambs. And yet you feel yourself being called to find out something greater, as if God has something very important for you to do that you must hear. Near you, on the side of a mountain, you see a cleft between two rocks. And out of that rock, out of that cleft, comes an eerie light. A strange red light begins to fill that crack. You approach closer, wondering what it could be. And as you come closer, you see a bush that is caught on fire, and yet it is not consumed. You've lived in the desert all your life, but you've never seen anything like this. And you wonder, what could this miracle be? Then you hear a voice coming out of the bush, and the voice says, "Take off your shoes. This is holy ground." The voice is the voice of God. You take off your shoes, and the sand is rough under your feet. You feel the hot sand under your toes. The voice calls you by name. The voice says that he has a special mission for you. The voice bids you to come closer and closer and closer. You ready yourself to draw near. You come nearer and nearer. But then you hear another sound, a much more familiar sound. You hear the sound of your sheep outside, calling for you, wanting to be fed, wanting to be cared for. Now you are faced with a dilemma. Do you draw closer to God, or do you tend the sheep? Are you to draw closer and hear his voice, or are you to feed those who seem to be so desperately calling for your attention? You find yourself faced with a problem. Do I follow the burning bush, or do I tend to the bleeding sheep? Where is the voice of God calling? From the needs of the people, or from the heart of his fire? Can you handle the people without first touching the fire? We cannot fully be God's sheep unless we hear his voice. Jesus told us many years ago, "My sheep hear my voice." We cannot feed the sheep unless we are one of them. We must first listen to Jesus before we try to feed his sheep. This concludes our imagination exercise, but it does not conclude our meditation. Close your eyes. Take a few more deep, slow breaths and begin to come to God in prayer and worship.